She didn't want to leave Chicago. The city was still smoking in her mind, the fire, the chaos, her burnt sneakers. But now they were here, in rural Missouri, where the silence was louder than sirens. Their new house was old, not charming old. Cracked porch, flaking paint, windows that looked like eyes. Her dad said it was a fresh start. Her mom said, "This is what healing looks like." Lisa knew what it was, hiding. You don't inherit a house from someone you never met unless someone wants to bury a secret. The first strange thing happened 2 days after they moved in. Lisa was in the backyard, staring at the gnarled oak tree. Beneath the roots, the soil looked soft. It hadn't rained. She started digging, just with her hands, not thinking. It felt necessary. And then her fingers struck something. A box. Wrapped in rotting velvet, sealed with wax that crumbled at her touch. Inside, a tarnished silver necklace with a cracked ruby at the center. The chain was tangled in something that looked like hair. She blinked. She could have sworn the hair moved. That night, she wore it. She didn't know why it felt cold, then warm, then heavy. In the mirror, her reflection didn't blink when she did. She told her mom about the box. Her mom shrugged, said it was probably junk, not to touch old things. But the necklace wouldn't come off. She yanked, scraped. It stayed. That night, she woke up to whispering under her bed. At first, she thought it was her phone. Then she realized her phone was in the kitchen. The whispering continued. It was a woman's voice, repeating the same word. Mine. She didn't sleep. By the next morning, her eyes were bloodshot. Her dad asked if she was doing drugs. Her mom booked a doctor's appointment. Lisa didn't bother arguing. She was too tired. The doctor said anxiety, gave her pills. Her dad talked about adjusting to rural life. No one believed her. That night, she FaceTimed Jenna, a best friend back in Chicago. Jenna laughed, said the house looked haunted. Lisa didn't laugh. She showed her the necklace. The screen glitched. Jenna's face distorted. Eyes black, mouth stretched, voice replaced with static. Then the call dropped. Lisa stared at her reflection in the dark screen. Behind her, someone was standing. She spun. Nothing. The next day, she went into town. She walked into an antique shop, holding the necklace under her hoodie. The woman behind the counter stared at her before she even said a word. "You found it," the woman said. Lisa froze. "What?" "That necklace. You shouldn't have touched it." Lisa asked how she knew. The woman didn't answer, just pointed to an old photo behind the counter. A family. Black and white, faces blurred, except for one girl in the center. Lisa's stomach dropped. It was her face. The woman leaned closer. "You look just like her. That necklace belonged to her. She was buried wearing it." Lisa backed out of the store. That night, the whispers got louder. Now they came from the walls. She couldn't breathe. Her hands were trembling. The mirror in her room cracked down the center. Blood leaked from the walls. When she screamed, her parents didn't wake up. She ran to their room. They were frozen, eyes open, breathing, but stiff, like mannequins. She called 911. The call didn't go through. The voice returned. Mine. She turned. There she was, the girl from the photo. Her skin was gray. Her mouth was torn. Her eyes were two pits of hunger. She lunged. Lisa passed out. She woke up in the living room. Morning sun. Parents normal. "You had a nightmare," her mom said. Lisa looked at her wrists. They were bruised. The necklace was glowing. She stopped talking to anyone. She stopped eating. The dreams became worse. She saw the girl digging, clawing at the earth, screaming, betrayed, buried alive. Her voice echoed in Lisa's skull. "You wear what was mine. Now you are." Lisa tried to burn it. The necklace wouldn't burn. She buried it again. It crawled back onto her neck in the morning. She went back to the antique store. The woman was gone. The place was boarded up. No one in town remembered it. She searched the local library. Old records. She found an article from 1919. Tragedy at Dawes Lane. Daughter declared dead, buried alive. Her name was Margaret Bellamy. Age 19. Accused of witchcraft. Buried in family plot behind the home. Lisa trembled. A note was scribbled on the back of the paper. The necklace binds her. Remove before midnight on the day she died, or she claims the wearer. Lisa checked the date. Tonight was the anniversary. She screamed for her parents, told them everything. They didn't believe her, but they saw her levitate. Then they listened. They grabbed shovels. They dug behind the oak tree. At midnight, the dirt shook. They hit the coffin. Lisa collapsed. Her mom pulled the necklace from her neck. Screaming echoed across the yard. The coffin burst open. A skeleton still wearing the same necklace, mouth wide in a final scream. Lisa's dad threw the necklace into the fire pit. The flames turned blue. The ground stopped shaking. Lisa gasped awake. Her eyes were her own again. They thought it was over. They buried Margaret's bones in a proper grave. Moved back to Chicago. Life became normal. Until Lisa's little brother, 5 years old, came running in one morning, laughing. "Look what I found," he said. He held up a necklace, silver, ruby in the center. Lisa stared in horror. "I found it under my bed," he grinned. It whispered to me, "Mine." Lisa's stomach dropped. Her little brother Danny spun in circles, the necklace swinging from his hand. "Did it talk to you?" she asked, trying to sound calm. He nodded. "She said she's cold. She wants to come in." Their parents didn't believe her last time until the house almost split in two. She wasn't going to wait again. She grabbed the necklace from Danny and locked herself in the bathroom. It was warm. It pulsed like skin. She flushed it down the toilet. Nothing happened. 2 hours later, it was under her pillow. She smashed it with a hammer. The metal screamed. Not clanged, screamed. She dropped it. It vanished midair. That night, Danny sleepwalked into her room. His eyes were rolled back. He was humming the same song Lisa had heard in her dreams, the same one Margaret sang as she was buried. Lisa shook him awake. His eyes snapped forward. She's inside the walls now. Lisa didn't sleep. She stayed up, pacing, waiting. At exactly 3:33 a.m., every light in the house turned off. Then the scratching began, inside the walls, like nails dragging, then pounding, then whispers. They all heard it this time. The house began to groan, its beams aching like bones. The smell of soil filled the air. In the hallway, muddy footprints appeared, leading upstairs. They followed, to Lisa's room. The necklace lay on her pillow, glowing red, and the window was wide open. From the street, a figure watched, not standing, but hanging, mid-air, eyes open, hair floating like it was underwater. Then it vanished. They fled the house before dawn, but that didn't stop her. Wherever they went, hotels, relatives' homes, rental cabins, the necklace appeared. Under pillows, in shoes, in Lisa's food once. Then one day, it was around Danny's neck again, and he whispered, not in his own voice, "Do you know what it's like to rot in the dark for 100 years? You will." His eyes turned black. The next morning, he didn't remember anything. Lisa did. She remembered the voice, the cold, the weight of the necklace back on her throat. Margaret didn't want peace. She wanted a body, and now she had two.